Hello, happy Friday. Today we want to talk about chiropractic principle number 29, which tells us that there can be interference in the transmission of innate forces. Now this is interesting because we've learned that innate is 100%. We've learned that innate forces and innate intelligence is always normal. And we know that that's true. But here's where we see the little hiccup in that there can be interference in the actual transmission of the innate forces. So we've got the messages coming through from the brain to the body and back, and it flows over the nerve system and it contacts every part of the body. We know that from conception we have two cells coming together. We start development with the brain, and then the spinal cord, and then the spinal nerves that come out from between all of the vertebral bones. And we're looking at that beautiful, magical system that God created with innate intelligence from universal forces to allow the coordination and function of the entire body. We know it's perfect. We know it's at 100%. We know it's normal. And now we know that still there can be interference in the transmission of the innate forces. So innate's still on the job, innate's still doing what it's supposed to do, but there are things that can get in the way of that. We know some of the things that can get in the way are stressors, but stressors take on different meaning to so many different people. They come in many forms. We have emotional stressors, how we feel about something when we go in to take a test, when we see a police car with the lights on behind us, whether or not they're coming for us, when we argue with a sibling or a spouse, many forms of emotional stress. We have chemical stressors too, like food that we eat that may be bad for us, or paint fumes or fumes from a nail salon, which I do enjoy going to. And then we have physical stressors. Now that's the one that people most quickly and commonly associate with chiropractic. I didn't have a fall, I didn't have an auto accident, my back doesn't hurt, so I don't need to get adjusted. We've already put those myths to rest by talking about how pain is a very poor barometer of whether we need to see a chiropractor, because we know that the most important thing that a chiropractor does and that you deserve is to allow free expression, complete, perfect expression of your life. And in order to do that, we need to allow innate forces to run without any interference. So now we know from chiropractic principle 29 that there indeed can be interferences in the innate forces and in the transmission of those forces. So you'll have to check back in with me and Fish Family Chiropractic in order to find out what happens next.